welcome back to my channel. I'm literally just finishing putting on my makeup quickly because I'm really hungry and I want to show you guys what I'm going to eat today. I'm going to get started with that now and just show you what I'm going to have for breakfast. Also, I'm totally still wearing my pajamas. I haven't decided what I'm going to wear yet today, so we're just in pajamas for now. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys. I've been making these toasted oats to go with my breakfast. It's so good. So I wanted to show you guys how I put that together. Once they're already prepped, so I obviously pre-prep them, then it's really quick and easy to put together my whole breakfast in the morning. It takes like 2 minutes. Kind of just looks like this. It's just toasted oats. I'm also going to be using some coconut yogurt. I want to use an apple. And then I've got some raspberries here. And I might use a little bit of cinnamon and also a little bit of honey. So here's how I put it all together. I add about 1 cup of the coconut yogurt to my bowl, and then I add the toasted oats granola on top. I add about ½ cup of that, put it to the one side, and then I chop up a pink lady apple, my favorite. I add that on top with some fresh raspberries. That's about a cup of raspberries. It's also really good with banana or apricots. I love it with apricots. Some cinnamon on top and some honey drizzled over. That's how I like to have it. I have to have it with the honey for my sweet tooth, you know. And that's one of my current favorite breakfasts. It's really easy to make and it tastes so good, you guys, promise. So it's a little bit later in the morning. I've been out, I've been to a meeting. I did want to come back and show you guys my lunch that I've been loving to make, and I wanted to show you guys how to make that toasted oats that I had with breakfast. It's so easy to make. So I'm going to show you the toasted oats quickly, and then I'm just going to head straight into lunch and have some lunch. I'm going to show you something that I've really been enjoying. It's really easy to make for lunch, and it's, yeah, super quick and easy. So I just want to show you that. Yeah, let's get going. Let's get started. First, I preheated my oven to about 360 degrees Fahrenheit. That's about 180 degrees Celsius. Then to the mixing bowl, I add about 4 cups of old-fashioned or rolled oats, just not the quick cooking oats. I'm melting some coconut oil here. And then I'm adding some honey to sweeten it slightly. You can use about 1/4 to 1/3 cup of honey depending on how sweet you like things. I just used 1/4 cup. And some cinnamon, I used about 1 teaspoon of that, and also 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a little pinch of sea salt, and then that melted coconut oil that I melted. I measure out about 2 tablespoons of that and add it in. And just make sure you mix it up straight away again before the coconut oil starts to set, because it can set quite quickly. Oh, then I did a little taste test and I decided to add another teaspoon of the cinnamon for more flavor. I've got a baking tray here lined with baking paper, and I just spread the mixture out evenly so that all the oats get nice and toasty, and get it going in the oven. I bake it for about 20 to 30 minutes. I like it super toasty, so I do about 30 minutes. You can just take it out the oven every 5 or so minutes and toss it, and then put it back in the oven so that none of the oats burn. Once they're nice and toasty, you can remove them from the oven and leave them to cool down fully, and then you can store them in an airtight container to keep them fresh. That's what I've been doing, meal prepping this, and then you can quickly put a breakfast together like I did this morning with the yogurt and the fruit. I'm making these spicy chicken and mustard avocado wraps. They're so good. This is one of my favorite things to have for lunch or dinner even at the moment. So I had to show you guys this recipe. It's very easy. I added a quick spray of cooking oil spray to my pan with some chicken, about 400 grams or so of chicken. To that I add about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, a little bit of lime or lemon juice, about a teaspoon of dried oregano, some pepper, some salt. I just add a little pinch of chili powder to make it a little bit spicy. I add a little bit of water as well while it's cooking to get it nice and saucy. Add a lid and just leave it to cook. After I've got the chicken cooking on the stove, I start slicing up some veggies, some cucumber, some bell peppers, tomatoes. Those are my favorite to add to the wrap. You want to slice them up quite finely. Oh, and some avocado. I absolutely love avocado. It's so yummy. Get that all ready cut it into little slices, and then when the chicken is ready, we can put it all together. I like to meal prep the chicken, and then I can just make the rest of it really quickly. Heat your wraps or your tortillas, whatever you're using. I use brown rice tortillas. These are the ones that I use. I start by adding a nice handful of baby spinach to each one, and then some chicken to each one, like roughly 100 grams to each one. Oh, by the way, this is not all for me. I'm making 1 for me and then 2 for Rob for his lunch, just in case you were wondering. and then add some avocado, about 1/3 to half of an avocado to each one. Some mustard. I love mustard, so that's like an essential for me in this wrap. Then for the veggies, tomato slices, some cucumber, some bell pepper, and typical me, I add way too many things and struggle to wrap it up, but we'll just make it work. Once they're wrapped up, I just cut them in half, and that's a close-up of what it looks like inside. Yes, oh my gosh. I've shown you guys these before. I'm still obsessed with it. It's a sparkling water with ginger and lemon juice in it. There's no calories in it. It's calorie free, so it's great for losing weight. When I want something but I'm not hungry, then I'll have something like this because there's no calories in it and I'm not really hungry right now anyway. But you know, when you just want something. I'm just busy working at my desk right now, so this is going to keep me company while I do a little bit of work. So I'm gonna start prepping dinner now. I'm gonna make some sweet potatoes in a dish. So I'm gonna start prepping the sweet potatoes now because they do take a little bit longer. And I'm just gonna show you what I'm gonna have for dinner tonight. It's really quick and easy, and I found it really filling. So I really like this as like a weight loss dinner, but it's really good. I start by washing some sweet potatoes and also preheat my oven to about 380 degrees Fahrenheit, or about roughly 190 degrees Celsius. I like to just cook a whole lot at a time, so then I can meal prep it, and then I'll just add them to my meals for the next few days. I slice each one in half and make these little patterns on top of them with a knife. It makes them look really cute when they're cooked. Once they're cooked, you'll see. I line a baking tray with some baking paper, get the sweet potatoes on, and then get them in the oven to bake. I give those a head start because they take the longest to cook out of everything we're gonna make. That takes about 40 to 60 minutes to bake roughly. And then I get the quinoa cooking. It only takes about 15 minutes, so that's really quick. I just cook a whole lot at one time again to meal prep it. And then some veggies. I'm using the rest of that bell pepper left over from lunch, some zucchinis, slicing them up. I've got some button mushrooms here as well, and also some broccoli. Add that all to a pan, all those veggies to the pan with some cooking oil spray, some lime juice, half to 1 teaspoon of oregano, dried oregano, some salt, some pepper, and add the lid on, let that cook a little bit. I'm going to make a healthy peanut butter sauce. To a small bowl, I'm mixing 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. I use an unsweetened one with half a teaspoon of olive oil, a pinch of onion powder, or you can use onion salt or even a little bit of garlic powder, and then 2 to 3 tablespoons of water. Mix that all together, but start with less water and add more as you go so it mixes more easily. The special ingredient to this, to make all of this work, I add about half a tablespoon of coconut vinegar. You can also use rice vinegar, and just mix that all together until it's nice and creamy and saucy. I just toss the veggies every now and again to make sure they're good. And when the sweet potatoes are ready, you can serve it all up. See, they get these little patterns in them because I made those little slices in them with the knife. And the veggies and the quinoa are ready too, so let's put this together. I add some quinoa to a bowl. I just do about half a cup with some vegetables, quite a lot of the vegetables. As you can see, I've made enough of the vegetables to meal prep as well. Then tomorrow I can just heat this all up and have this for dinner again. Of course, I served myself the big sweet potatoes. I was eyeing those ones out, so I had to have them. And then I drizzled the peanut butter all over the sweet potatoes and the quinoa. Okay, so I asked Rob and he wanted some too, so I'm serving some for him. I'm adding about a heaped cup of the quinoa to a plate for him, and then a whole lot of those veggies with a whole lot of those sweet potatoes. I eat the big ones, so I gave him a whole lot of small ones. And then I made a little bit of peanut butter sauce for him too, drizzled that over. And there's a close-up of mine. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Right now I'm going to make some of this tea, some of this vanilla rooibos. This is actually from South Africa. I just brought this in my suitcase. And I'm also going to have a little bit of this caramel chocolate made with coconut sugar. Yeah, it's dairy-free, refined sugar-free. It's made with cocoa, organic coconut sugar, and cocoa butter. Yeah, I've really been liking this one. I'm just going to have a little piece. Got a little monkey on it. Also, you probably see this sometimes in the background. This is the little monkey on my fridge here. His name's Monkey. And he lives on my fridge. Do you like my mug? It's like my favorite mug, I think. You guys know I like to make my own chocolate. I'll link my video below where I showed you guys how to make my homemade chocolate. recently. It's really easy to make, it's so good. But if I'm getting like a store-bought chocolate or something, then I like this one because it's dairy-free, it's made with coconut sugar. And I feel like if I have a little bit of chocolate every now and again like this, then I don't crave sweets as much and I don't crave chocolate as much because I'm still having a little bit, you know what I mean? And I did just want to say, I know I've got some new subscribers, so I do have a free 3-day eating plan on my blog. I'll link that below if you guys want to go check it out. You can download it for free. And I did just want to tell you that I am starting to post on my blog more. I've been posting more on my blog this year, so I just want to let you guys know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you found this video helpful, and yeah, I hope you got some ideas or recipes or just enjoyed watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new, and give it a thumbs up and comment below if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys again very soon.